इतना सा फर्क है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में ये अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा, ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा। एक कदम, एक छलांग, उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Very good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for your time to join this special webinar, Independent Franchise Consultant webinar. In this webinar, we are looking forward for a few passionate people who want to start their own consulting practice. Franchise India is a 25-year-old franchise solution company, wherein one side we are closely working with brands, and we help them to grow in different markets. We build their channel. We build their franchise network, and other side we are working with investors hand in hand and help them, guide them to take a decision to select a right opportunity for them, because every investor is unique, and that's how they are taking this new journey, which is entrepreneurship journey, wherein they want to have a complete risk-free business, wherein they want to invest in any of the business and they do not have that understanding that how to select and how to choose a right opportunity for them, which is fit for their market, which is fit for their profile, and of course, the budget and the investment what they are looking forward. So in this regard, Franchise India have built this network, Franchise India across cities. So we have 97 cities today in a network, wherein we help all these investors by helping them understanding their requirement and take them step by step to take a right decision in investing in any of the businesses. So Franchise India is a platform. We call it as platform how to start your own business platform. What we are looking forward is professionals to join with us who are specialists how to start their own business. So in this regard, all the marketing, training, and lead generation, everything is done by us. We will understand today the opportunity of IFC, what is that we offer, how we monitor, how we do everything about these franchise consultants, and what we are trying to do through this channel. So that we will understand. Plus, we'll also understand what is the franchise market, how big this market is today. And third is what is the journey of Franchise India last 25 years, what we have done, and what is that now further our plan is. And today, we have our team also joined, and with us, we have management team also. So we have our chairman, Mr. Gaurav Maria, also joined us. And we also have founder of this business, which is brokerage business, wherein we help investors how to start a business. And this business, when we started, how was the need in the market and why we started this? And that we will also address today, that why we started this and this journey when we started 18 years back. That is Ms. Sonia Chaudhary. Also, she's Managing Director of Franchise India. And that's what we will discuss today. We also have team members. Mr. Sai Mohan, he has joined us from Mumbai. And we have Anurag also, he has joined us from Kolkata office. And Sumir is also with us from Chandigarh office. My name is Sanjay Bhatt. I am CEO Director at Franchise India Consultants Private Limited. This independent franchise consultant is now a private limited company wherein we have more than 125 professionals who have joined us in different markets. Because earlier we opened only few markets wherein we look forward for the partners to join us to take this business in their cities. Now we have taken a new initiative to open new markets also, plus old markets also. We are looking forward for another partner to join us because the franchising overall has grown and the size of franchising is bigger now. It is growing every day. So that we will understand now today's which cities are open. So in this format, we do not have an option to raise the hand and ask your questions. So we have Q&A box. So my request to everyone is ask as many as questions, use Q&A box during this presentation also, which we will be having after the once we are setting up the perspective, and then we will also run the presentation to give you all understanding about this business model and how we can grow as an independent franchise consultant. So that we will also do, but use Q&A box and send us your questions. We will also ask you some questions. So please raise your questions and queries in the Q&A box also. So first, we will invite our chairman, Mr. Gaurav Maria, to set up the perspective, and later on, Ms. Sonia also, she will put up her perspective on this, and then we'll run through the presentation. Thank you, sir, for joining in, and we welcome you, sir. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Sanjay, and welcome, friends, and welcome to Independent Franchise Consultant webinar. This is by invitation webinar where we invite potential consultants who can work with Franchise India and start their franchise consulting career. Now, what are we going to cover? While in any kind of opportunity webinar, when you join, you should really have a couple of take homes. One take home should be, am I joining an industry which is right, and my timing for joining that industry is right? That's very, very important question. I started my career about 30 years back. And the only thing which has worked for me and not worked for me is actually the timing when you do things, right? So if your timing is right, 70% you are a winner. So you need to really ask yourself, is it the right timing for franchising, and why do you think so? And I'm going to share some facts with you, but that's very, very important because that's the starting point. The second piece, which is also equally important, sometimes you have a great industry, great timing, but you're not fitted for that. You're not somebody who qualifies to be getting into that. You don't run the same kind of passion or liking what you have. And I always realize that if you don't have that same willingness to do it, like I run many businesses, and I've realized that any business which does well for me, I'm super inclined towards it. I'm always excited. I'm always looking at it. And the business which is not done so well for me, I was never available for that business because I was not so excited about the business. I might got into business because I felt there was a great return on investment or this was the right investment decision, but I was not having my heart in that. And especially when you're starting consulting business, you need to have your heart into this. If you're not enjoying it, you'll not do it. A lot of people ask me this, that I travel almost 20 days plus. I mean, sometimes it's 25 days, and every day morning, 4 o'clock flight, 5 o'clock flights, early, very, very early. I try to be the first flight out of the city that I can maximize my day. And I should get tired of this. But I said, no, I don't, because this is what I have fun on. I'm now sitting in boardroom in Chennai. So I'm interacting with people and meeting people from different industry. Yesterday I was in Bangalore. Before that I was in Dubai. So every day there is a different city because I'm liking it. So if you are somebody who has that passion to be a consultant and you want to sit around clients and have discussions and help value add in their lives, help them grow their businesses, then this is going to be exciting for you. So whenever you're looking to get into things, or maybe today's webinar, I would say, always ask yourself, is the industry exciting for you? And is something which you want to do? But before we go ahead, I'll pass it on to Sonia to give a little journey about Franchise India. Because we're not we behave like a startup, because that's my mandate to my team, that always think like a startup. think that you've just started yesterday, but we are a 25-year-old company. And this 25 years has not only given us a great opportunity in the market, but we also have been a market leader, not only India, but globally. Now we operate in 6 different countries. In India, we operate in 95 cities. And we have brilliant people who have worked with us at different stages. And we're very proud that we have a very good team across markets, across our verticals and businesses. So over to you, Sonia, for you taking the lead of giving over.
While we can see everybody's name on our screens, but would be great if you can even introduce yourself as we take you through the webinar and bit about us and make the session interactive. We'll also put some questions as we continue, and we'll request all of you to in fact use the Q&A box to answer these. And just starting with giving you a little understanding on our company. Repeating, we are a 25-year-old enterprise, and we started our business with only one big vision, and this vision was to make India and Indian self-reliant through entrepreneurship, which means democratization of entrepreneurship, which means that entrepreneurship should be accessible for everyone. So while it is it for everyone can still be a question, but can this be accessed by everybody? Yes. Right. So when we look back, maybe 25 years back when we started, entrepreneurship, startups were not so common as vocabulary or words as we use today. But through these many years at Franchise India also, we worked, very aggressively, very proactively on this journey of making India, I would say, self-reliant. And we also created and evolved our capabilities, at the group level, at Franchise India's level, so that we're able to add value and equally may also be able to expand our value proposition for the entire franchise community. So at the group level, while we are a very integrated company, but we also are, world's largest franchise development and distribution company. And we create intelligence synergies where the combined strength of all the group companies is leveraged by each of them. So at the group level, we have interest obviously in franchising, licensing, real estate, mid-market M&A, with presence in both Indian and international markets. We are present in about 96 countries, cities, as I speak. And a larger part of that presence is also through our, direct teams and more, I would say, deeper through our channel partners. And we are also positioned ourselves as a company which is investor-centric and a franchise-focused firm. With Media House, where we run a very big media house, do about 120 exhibitions annually. We also run some leading global magazines where we are their partners for Asia, including Entrepreneur, which is an American magazine. We are their Asia partners. Franchising World is the widely read magazine in the country. It's a B2B magazine. And we also have a discovery platform, which is franchiseindia.com, where nearly 16,000 businesses are listed on the website of Franchise India. Companies they use our platform to reach out to potential business buyers, and equally business buyers, entrepreneurs, prospective franchisees, as we may call them. They use our platform to discover various opportunities, starting from maybe 10, 11 lakhs and going up to and including, all industries. Our second group company is more, I would say, advisory centric, and there is a company called FranCorp, which is again the world's leading consulting firm. And FranCorp help companies to make them franchise ready. And to name maybe a few companies that FranCorp has worked globally includes the names which I would say are synonymous to franchising. We all know brands like McDonald's, KFC's, Hilton Hotel, Hershey. These are all companies where FranCorp has worked to make them franchise ready in the global market, American firm. And in India, we also pride ourselves to work with not even blue chip companies like Tata, Adani, Reliance, but also a lot of startups who got into franchising for the very first time or wanted to get into franchising. All these companies were actually consulted by FranCorp. And a third part of a group company where we see a very big role of our channel partners is our brokerage business, or transaction as we call it, where we take a mandate from companies to help them expand. And this expansion is both national, international, with our presence in markets outside India. And on the other side, we work very closely with the investor community, right? So as I said, India is a very big shopkeeper nation. At Franchise India, we receive nearly 1 lakh people. These are unique investors which come to us every month, taking advice on businesses which they can do. And that's where, a bigger role of our teams and more, I would say, our partners, which requires more personalized solutions. So while information is something which a lot of investors who want to buy a business can still get through our exhibition, through our platform of Franchise India, they can discover on our website and maybe see in the magazine, but they still are very indecisive because the information which is shared with them, or they come across, is too much of an information, and I would say many times overwhelming for somebody to even decide what to consider and how do they narrow down. So these investors would use our services or reach out to a consultant to seek that advice. And if I have to talk about typical transaction this part of the group company does, we do almost about 1,500 crores of gross transaction value, which means that approximately 1,500 to 2,000 crore is the capital that we raise from the market every year for the brands that we work. What happens through our media platform, companies participating or investors discovering directly and interacting and transacting, is over and above. But I'm talking only about the investors who through us invest in businesses through a mandate, which I get from companies and also from investors, which is a very large, I would say, value. So broadly, these are three different businesses, and Franchise India is also a trusted advisor to most influential business houses of India and a very big investor community, like I mentioned, because we have every home in India who wants to start a business at some point of time in their life, and I'm sure a lot of you and everybody out here who's also on this platform is looking to start a business. So as a prime mover of the franchise ecosystem, we have built a very strong equity with a large community of business buyers, aspiring entrepreneurs who are engaging with different platforms of Franchise India, be it our digital platform, our magazine, which is a print for us, and also through our events, exhibitions that happen every month in these markets. So we offer 360-degree solutions by making companies franchise ready to help them even market them through various platforms and also help them expand their footprint in various geographies across India. And as an important role of a catalyst that we play in the ecosystem, we also always feel that it is a responsibility also to educate companies on the growth and through responsible franchising, and equally, I would say, educate investors on how they can even select opportunities. So that's what we have been doing, and that is the reason we are looking at entrepreneurs like you who can join us and work with us to on this mandate. So friends, what we would cover is also how what is the opportunity for each one of you to partner, opportunity in your respective micro markets. Second, why a company Franchise India, which I covered, and maybe our strength, and maybe we go a little more deeper into that. And little on the franchising industry, how big is that? The training and support that you get as a partner is the fourth thing that we would cover. And lastly, fifth is how do you even qualify to become a partner? While I understand there might be aspiration for somebody to partner and become a franchisee of Franchise India, but there's a qualification process and certain criteria that we take into consideration. So we need to find that right fitment. And lastly, the monetization. That means that how do you make money? So these are the 6 things that we're going to cover today. And I'd like to request or maybe give back to Mr. Maria to take the discussion further. And we start with asking maybe certain questions to maybe know you more than what we know by your names as we speak.
Sure. Thank you, Sonia. And as Sonia said, let's start the introduction process. And so friends, please introduce yourself on Q&A box. If you're a professional, write P. If you're a business owner, write B. And if you are a management consultant already, which means that you run some kind of management consulting, training, or a coaching business, write MC. And if you are somebody who's now looking for a new career, which means that you're in a career change, write C. Very simple. P for professional, B for business owner, MC for management consultant, and C for career change. Use the Q&A box and introduce yourself. It's one of the key criteria for us to really qualify people, because if they don't really interact and they don't engage, then they're not going to be great consultants. So there is Rumika Sharma, she's C, and then we have Sunil, who's also C. Great. C is a great time because you now can think through what you want to do in life, and you're also available to do something next level. Similarly, Rajesh is a P, is a professional. We had Kishore Shetty, who's also C. Gautam, welcome. He's a C. So a lot of people are looking for a career change, which is great, because then you're really able to decide through. And actually, if you really ask me, out of 140 great IFC partners, they're partners by just not entire thing, but we genuinely believe that they bring in a huge amount of value in terms of to our business and overall franchise industry. And most of them actually came in the COVID times. And I'm very proud because they were on that time career change. So if you're a professional, 20s in job, and you're not so sure, or you move to a particular city. And when they used to call me and I used to interview them, I used to be myself very scared, because I was making a commitment, because now they're going to depend on their livelihood on this. But I would have probably the most satisfaction in my life, my 30 years of career, because I see them winning. I saw them, they were making money, not even walking out of home, but they're still making money. And when I now meet them, yesterday I was in Bangalore, I met a few of my IFC partners. I know when they started, their questions were, can I get basic fundamentals? And some of them have really made great value. While it all comes from their commitment and what they've done, but it makes me very proud that we had an opportunity to work with these wonderful people who did so much well for this industry and so on and so forth. So friends, let's get started. I told you two things which I will share, and then I'll pass it on to Sanjay back. We've got run a full presentation, and our teams are there. Simon is from Bombay. He looks after also Gujarat. So he will ask you questions. Sumer is looking up north, and Anurag looks after East India. We have another colleague of ours who would not able to join from Chennai. So as I said, if you're considering to become an independent franchise consultant, you need to still consider first two different things. One, is this industry exciting? And why do you think this industry's timing is absolutely right? Second, are you cut out to become a consultant, and what takes you to think that you are going to be a great consultant? These are two important points. Let's talk about industry. Industry is $4.5 trillion. So every time anybody should enter a market, first you should look at total addressable market. How big is the market? This is $4.5 trillion, much bigger than Indian GDP. So it's not a small industry. It's one of the largest industries. Every third dollar in America, just America is the biggest economy, is spent on a franchise. India also, anything and everything we're consuming today, if you really ask yourself, start your day tomorrow morning and start thinking that almost every day, so many franchise businesses you come across. If somebody is delivering anything in your home, it's most likely coming from a franchise. If you're using any pharmacy, FMCG store, or a Amul or a mother care, any of the dairy businesses which you're doing, you're actually reaching out to a franchise business. If you're buying anything which is fashion, consumer electronics, telecom, anything which you're consuming is coming from there. If you're using any financial services or taking any insurance, broking services from anybody, you're doing a franchise. If your kids are going to school, they're going to the DPS, the Eurokids, the Kidsies, and likes of them, a huge opportunity in education in franchising. If you're going for any beauty services, fitness centers, they all are franchise. And I can go on, and if you're getting maybe a somebody coming and taking a test from you. It might be a Dr. Lal Path Lab or a Metropolis or a SRL. They all franchise. So if you really see, franchising touches your life every single day because you consuming something or other from franchise industry. But why I call that franchising is getting into the what I call the golden era. Give me 1 second. I'm sitting in a hotel and light is, it should come in 1 minute.
Can hear you. Friends, in the meantime, can I also request you keep writing if you have any questions, keep writing in the chat box.
Yeah, so this happens in 5-star hotel in IDC. So while we have to come long way. So why we call it this is a golden era of franchising. I will give you 5 points. And the first point is franchising is linked to consumption. Everything we're consuming, we are the lowest level. For example, India looks like having a sweet tooth. We like ice creams, but we consume the lowest in the world, one of the lowest in the world, right? I think third world countries would be even lower than us. But if you compare between India and I think we're the lowest. Like Sonia is advising a plant-based protein company. And he says, look, the problem in India is that we only consume 5 kgs of meat. If meat eaters or non-vegetarian eaters eat 5 kgs, US consumes 80 kg per capita. So which means we are not going to go down. We're going to go up in everything. So in everything which we consume, we are at one of the lowest levels. And as the economy would grow, as people would have more disposable income, our consumptions are going to go high, which means direct impact on franchising growth. That's one. Second, there is a huge entrepreneurial demand. This is first time in history where Google says that people are searching more about starting a business than finding a job. Now, this is the data. So which means people want to be more entrepreneurial, especially post-COVID. Everybody thinks that they want to do something of their own. And this is so big, so very big. I get people who come to me every day. I do interviews. Every second person I'm interviewing would be saying, look, at this stage, I wanted to start my business. If I'm not starting now, maybe 3 years from now, I want to start a business. So people have a dream of their own business, which they want to run, because it's a very human desire to do your own thing, to find your own freedom. That is coming a big, big way. This whole entrepreneurial environment is being created. Third, it's an infrastructure game. So when I went first time to Hyderabad, I still remember there was an old airport and I landed from there and the city was other side, Secunderabad and all these older city. And when I went to Hyderabad, just behind Banjara Hills, there were a few places where infrastructure was there and there was nothing much. But now after, say, 18, 19 years, when I go to that city and see the development which is going on, everywhere retail development is going on, commercial development is going on, what is going to happen there? These places would house businesses, right? So infrastructure is directly proportionate to business growth. So I see India is not going to stop in infrastructure. I'll give you now the highway has been built in India. Second largest budget our government of India puts on highways. All these highways have thousands of exits where you will have motels, you will have food outlets. These are all going to run on franchise. So I'm just taking one single travel retail business. What is happening to airports? So all airports are being modernized. We have a huge airport. We are now third largest airports in the world. And what is going to happen there? So these are going to be buzzing with people consuming more and more. So everywhere you see infrastructure development is directly proportionate to this. Fourth is a market entry. Almost every single company globally wants to enter Indian market. So I've started extensively traveling to different markets. I was in Singapore. Singapore is their brands are suffering because they don't have ability to grow, which is an immediate market for them. India. I was in Malaysia, same thing. Dubai, same thing. UK, Europe, everywhere. And I think everybody is saying India is a market. I had a call with somebody in Australia. They said the first priority market they have made for their brands to do, rather government is giving subsidy, is go to India, because Indians speak English, it's easy to work, and it is the economy which is growing at this moment. So market entry would also become. Finally, another thing which is the real driver is people becoming brand conscious. So anything and everything you consume, if you look at last 20 years, what happened? The modernization of retail happened. So everything you wanted to consume, you went to a branded place. So we go to hotels which are branded. We go to fashion stores which are branded. We go to salons which are branded. So everything became branded. And next 20 years, I see any service you consume would become branded. So which means that even getting some cleaner at your home, the home cleaner which comes, or a maid comes to your home, would become branded. Rather, franchising as an investment arm, and I'm big focus on investing into service set businesses. We just invested in a company called Zorgers, and Zorger is a direct-to-home healthcare business. I'm a big believer that we should reduce hospitalization. People should get both early care or critical care at home. And we all realize that just depending on hospitals is too expensive. People cannot do it, especially elder care becomes very, very important. So we like these kind of businesses, and franchising becomes a great scale story. So that's a part on the 5 things which I feel makes it very, very exciting for next 5 years for franchising. And not that it's going to reduce, but these 5 years are going to be a catalyst for taking our industry to the next level. Now let's talk about, if you become a consultant, what it takes to be a good consultant. Not everybody can become consultant. Let's be honest. We also hire a lot of people, and I realize that out of and Sonia and Sanjay can agree that if we hire 3 people, only maybe 2 would make sense. One would not be able to understand the space, because not everybody can be consultant, not everybody can be a deal maker. So what are the 5 things which are very, very important for you if you want to be a top class deal maker and a consultant? First, you need to be inclined to building your knowledge. Now, this is easy said than done, right? If you're not somebody who opens up the morning and wants to learn a new industry, while we give you a lot of content, a lot of videos, a lot of this, webinars, live webinars, training, everything. But if you're not somebody who has that nature to observe everything, learn it, and that, you will not be able to be presenting yourself well. While people can get excited, but they would get excited about the opportunity or the brand, but not about you. I want to take your help only and when you are somebody who can value add my knowledge. As an investor, I come to you as I want to invest 50 lakh rupees, and you enlighten me that why should I invest into 15 lakh rupees. So that's how the first investment you do is intelligence. Rather, I call it the 3 ROIs. And in our business, the classic ROI, which is return on investment, doesn't work, because you don't invest to become so much investment to become a IFC partner. The other 2 ROI works. One is return on intelligence, and second is return on involvement, how involved you are. So if you are actually doing this, it's like a stockbroking. Why Rakesh Jhunjhunwala was bigger than all the other brokers? Because he brought these 2 ROI exceptionally bigger, right? Which means that he was more intelligent than market, and he was also very, very hardworking man. If people know him, he was one of the most hardworking people. And he used to finish his day at 8, and then he goes to meetings again, meet a lot of people, take industry information, what is happening, what industry, who's getting next contract, which company is buying, so all that he used to put in that, and that he used to execute in his learning. So he built a very intelligent organization, which was very sensitive to what is happening on our corporate environment. So intelligence is very, very important. Second is that you are an extremely focused and planned person. It's very important. Otherwise, you all over. Like, we give you data. Like, some of my IFC partners today have 10,000, 15,000 investor base. Now, when you have 15,000 investor base, you're all over, right? But if you're not focused and you're not really somebody who understands how to engage, how to really do that, how to, which day you want to do what social media post, how you take the brand, because we also launched, like this month in March, we're launching 65 new brands. But if you're not really engaging them, you're not talking to them. So your own consistency of doing things on your personal brand building, on your interacting with investors, reaching out to brand owners, working on scheduling your time management, it will not work. Time is our product. And if you're not doing that, rather I train you how to really work on your time management and structure. That's very, very important. So focus and planning is key part to it. Third is persistence. Deals are not done till it is not done, right? So a good deal maker follows it through. It really gets to the last point where you do the deal, and you get a kick out of it. I get a kick out of it. And when COVID was going on, three of us, Sanjay, Sonia, and me, were directly involved with businesses, and we were used to really enjoy it because you're making it happen, and especially in the most difficult time. I remember we sold a GD Goenka school with investment of 25 crores in April 2020, when the COVID just started. People ask me, how can that happen? Because when I sold the school, I spoke to this gentleman in Bihar. He says, if I'm buying the school now, this is the best time I can start a little bit of construction, start my planning, but the school is going to be opening in 2023 because it takes at least 1.5 years to build. Then you get affiliation. So he says, I'm not buying a business for today. I'm buying business which is last going to 50 years, and I'm going to start after 2 years. So I'm happy to sign that. And this was really exciting to me. It opened up my eyes and said, when people buy businesses, they don't buy for today, they buy for future, right? So persistence is a very, very important part. Fourth, that you are a great, what we call the networker. Rather, in our terms, we call super connector. You connect people, you connect opportunities and entrepreneurs. And that's what is very, very important part. If you are somebody who can claim that you are a super connector, I made relationships flying in flight. Person sitting next to me was one time a big minister of Northeast, and he asked me, what do you do? So I explained what I do. You will not believe, since then, anybody who talks business with him, he calls me up and says, Gaurav, this is something for you. You can advise him. So he doesn't understand exactly what I do, but he understands that I help people to get businesses, right? So any kind of business opportunity. One time he called, do you know somebody in mining? We have natural resources which you can do that. I don't do mining, but he feels I can connect him with somebody I would exactly know. So if you are somebody who creates that ability that people think that you can give opportunities, they would always keep coming to you. And fifth, which is last, that you are a trend follower. You can sense the trend, what is happening. You exactly know what is the next big thing going to happen. Like we just launched a convenience, like a 7-Eleven franchise, 24/7. And I and Sonia really said, time has come. We've been talking about 7-Eleven, but now the time has come. Now we have the right kind of product. We have a lot of D2C brands which want the network, people looking for convenience, people have lesser time. They want ready to eat, ready to cook. So all that is now coming through, and we can create a huge amount of opportunity to do this. So if you are able to do, understand the trend, then you'll always do well. We did organic. People are talking organic now. Franchise India did organic businesses 15 years back. When it was very difficult to even explain what organic means. So almost every business, we did pathology. When I first did pathology, was Dr. Lal Path Lab in 2000. I did Ferns and Petals in 1999, which is now the largest flower company. So if you really see, we picked up these trends when they were so early, so very early, and we exactly knew what needs to be done. EuroKids, which is a kids play school, we did in 2003. So 2003, even Crutches, an unorganized player. And we caught them and said, this is a great opportunity which we want to do. So similarly, dark kitchens, people are talking about these cloud kitchens, dark kitchens. Franchise India made the conference 8 years back. So we've always picked up the trends, what is people going to consume, why they were going to consume that. And so you need to be really sharp to know what needs to be done. While we will give you so much of win, but you need to know your own market. You need to know your own market, what is going to work and structure. So friends, I have come down to my last part, and I'll leave you with this process. If you are somebody who wants to join the platform and understand, it gives you three things, three businesses. One, investments. Anybody who wants to invest into any business, startup, or even large master franchise or area franchise, you will be able to help. We will equip you, we'll train you, we'll give you all the opportunities, brands that you will be able to intelligently present and take that opportunity. Rather, you will be in your city, the only one who's doing that. Second is scaling. If any business around you or you identify, and it's not limited to region, you can sit in here and identify an opportunity in London, which you think can scale. We will train you how we can build businesses which can be scaled. And that becomes your opportunity. And smart IFC partners we have, they bring the brand and then they take the full control over the brand and continue to grow. Single account itself can make you crores. Just a single account. If you work honestly on one brand and say, I will bring this brand and I will handle the entire expansion all over India, you can make just from a single account tons and tons of money. And the third is helping people exit. So sometimes business owners come to us and say, look, I'm looking to either raise money or I want to exit from the business. We do the valuation, which we have full backend team. And then you are able to sell the business because you already have investor base. What we provide you is these two banks, which you don't have to worry. One, opportunities and leads. These two are our work, but rest in between, how you manage them, how you work with them, how you build relationships, how you really understand the deal structuring, how do you work with them to bring them closer in their expectations, that all the work you have to do. And now Sanjay would also take you through how you make money. Because eventually all this is exciting, but can I make 5 lakh rupees a month? Can I make 10 lakh rupees a month? Can I make 2.5 lakh rupees a month? Depending on where you are and what is your expectation. So he will give you this, and then post that our 3 senior members would from regionally reach out to you, understand your profile, your qualification, your family. You would like to understand everything about you. And if there is a meeting of mind, then we will structure a discussion where we will have a joint discussion with you. And then we see if we have opportunities to work with each other. So thank you very much, friends. Thank you very much for joining in. And we look forward for working with some of you. And Sonia, over to you for your comments, because you will also be exiting, and then we pass it on to Sanjay.
I'd like to thank everyone. Friends, we have an interesting slide on what it takes for you to qualify and become a partner. A couple of things which I perhaps would like to say. One, when you look at becoming a channel partner with Franchise India, you're getting into an active business. This is not a passive income. So which means that your own operational time to be involved in the business is something which is the first criteria for us to qualify you as a partner. Second, we're looking at people, who actually have a passion to build their own brand. So when I say you want to build your own brand, well, you get all the expertise and a name of Franchise India. And we have a lot of partners we work with today, but not everybody is able to make the same impact as a few of them are able to do. But somebody who has that in him to build his own brand is somebody who's always at the top, because our business is not a sale of a product. Rather, we are a solution company. So we bring solutions to companies, brands, and also investors. Third, somebody who comes with a complete ownership mindset would be a big success with us. And lastly, I would say somebody who's driven by knowledge and at the same time can also enhance as a company our value proposition in their respective markets, something we need. So these are my last 4 points which I wanted to make. And friends, we look forward to any questions that you would have. And also a lot of markets today, we have our own distribution, including our direct teams working in bigger markets like Delhi, Bangalore, Bombay, with our own direct teams and a lot of partners working in these markets. But still these markets, considering the opportunity which these markets give, we still are underserved, and we look forward to having more partners in these locations. So if you want to even share your cities or locations, would help us to understand, and our teams in the respective cities can also come, and maybe we can invite you to our offices in these locations. Over to you, sir.
Over to you, Sanjay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You.
Yes, we are now presenting you the presentation for today, a few slides. So we'll give you a complete understanding about how this opportunity looks like and what we offer and what is the working towards it and how we can create your payout structures as well. So my team, if you can just confirm if it is visible, screen is visible.
Visible, sir.
All right. So what we offer is we offer you tablet. So this tablet in the how we are going to make you explain is tablet is technology. T stands for technology. Would mean once you join us, we are creating a CRM access for you. And this CRM would be from Franchise India, so that all the database which will be given is with you in the CRM. Also, you need email address that you are representing Franchise India. So this will be email ID, which will be with you. So Franchise India domain email ID will be created for you so that you can use it for every mail which you any discussion which you have with either with investor or brand or anybody else. So that is your identity that you are from Franchise India. Because Gmail and all those stuff is not working these days because anybody will have a doubt on that, how you are representing Franchise India. So would means that your identity, first level discussion would be happening on mail. So you will be getting email ID from Franchise India domain. Second is AA stands for access of our infrastructure. It would mean that wherever you are, if our office is there, you can use our office for your meetings. Now, most of the offices are in metro cities. In small cities now, our partners also have got offices, which is again going to help you in terms of using that office for your meetings, because our IFC partners who are 2-year-old now in the system have created his own office and doing all the meetings in that office also, which is also open for all other IFC partners. Because we have a very transparent system wherein IFC and IFC partner, they are sharing with each other, they are helping each other, and also in the beginning, they are also helping you into the closing of the business. If one IFC partner is any one city, suppose you are in Pune and you have one investor who is in Chandigarh, you don't have to go there. So we will help you by our IFC partner in Chandigarh to help you to close that deal. Whether it is an investor, it's a brand, or it's any kind of business for you, that will be giving you complete support on that. So in Chandigarh, we have our own office. So our partner, either he uses his own office or he can use Franchise India office to do that meetings. And we also travel down from corporate office to help support every month in your cities. B stands for brands. So we have brand list with us, this opportunities with us. That is where an onboarded brand. So as per Franchise India platform is concerned, we have more than 14,000 brands are registered on our website, businesses registered on our website. So we have mandate also around 1,000 brands wherein we have an agreement with them that their franchise network, their network will be created by us. So we are helping them to find franchisees for these brands. So this is a list which is now ready, and we are giving you from day one, all these brands are available. Now, if there is any other investor looking for any other opportunity and that is not onboarded with us, so we are getting that opportunity for that investor. So what we work with investors one side, we work with brands other side. So we're a matchmaker. We are super connectors wherein we help. L stands for leads. When we are talking about leads, so before the COVID time, we were not giving the lead support because that was not in the system. So after this 2020 April, our chairman has decided that not even a single penny our partners should invest in lead generation or any kind of marketing, what we do. So that would be happening and helping by Franchise India itself. So you don't have to do anything on your own. E stands for events. So we are an event company. We do events all across India. And this events would be given a complete support to you as an access. You don't have to, pay anything. If we book the venue, it is from Franchise India side. If we invite investors, marketing, everything would be done by Franchise India. So we are inviting brands by Franchise India. So from our IFC partner point of view, you have to only be present, and the business which will happen out of that show will go to your kitty. Rather, our team is also there who will be helping you, supporting you in terms of closing that business. So that will be complete support from our side. T stands for training. So this training would mean that when we have a new batch every month, we are having 3 days training, which is in our corporate office. This 3 days training would be giving you in-depth knowledge from our franchising house, franchising school, and you will be also given a certificate so that you become a licensee Franchise India partner. So that is what is going to help you in terms of understanding this overall business, product-wise and also vertical-wise. So Franchise India is having a lot of verticals internally, a lot of companies. We have international business also, where we help international companies how to come to and explore India market. And Indian companies, if they have to go to other country, we also have another vertical which will completely help them. And if there's any new business which is coming on board, and then we have to make franchisees for them, so we will prepare for them first the documentation. So that's also another company which is doing the documentation and getting them ready for franchise. So all these you will get complete training in our office, which is 3 days every month in our corporate office. So 1 day would be completely dedicated from our chairman side. So that will be also very, very helpful training for. So what is proposed structure? So I'll give an understanding. So आप ये slide बहुत अच्छी तरह से समझ लीजिए, और एक slide जो इसके बाद आने वाली है, we'll make it mix now so that you get some complete understanding. If you have any question, you can put it in the Q&A box. हम वो question लेके आपको answer कर लेंगे. But ये slide important है कि आपका structure कैसा बनेगा, कैसे हमारा IFC partners का growth structure है, which we have created. So first you will join at IFC Basic. Anyone who is joining us at IFC Basic will go to the next stage after achieving a business of either 15 lakh revenue or 15 deals in 1 year. It is very simple. When you join, you are IFC Basic, then you go to IFC Elite, then you go to IFC Pro, then you become IFC Master. Every stage, because there's a growth which is needed by everyone. Everyone is looking for growth, but every partner is unique. If someone is putting more time, he grows faster, then has to be some opportunity where you have a next position ready for you. That's what this structure has been created, because our business in this ROI would mean return on involvement, return on intelligence. How you are giving, you are involved into this business will make you grow faster. So that is where we have given you complete understanding that if you want to grow, you have opportunity. So you do 15 lakh rupees a business, which is gross business in the name of Franchise India, not your commission or your payout. Your payout we are not talking about. It is complete gross business. You achieve 15 lakh rupees a year, you go to Elite. Then you hit 50 lakh rupees revenue, you become Pro. Then you hit 1 crore rupees of total revenue, you become IFC Master. So how it is going to help you in terms of payout structure? That is very, very important in the next slide, that what you get out of this. So payout structure is like, we have here the products like IA, IS, BS and BD. There are 4 products. Now please understand, each product हम आपको पूरी information देंगे product wise, और उसके बाद जब हम आपके साथ one-on-one call करेंगे, हमारा टीम आपको proper structuring बताएगी कि इसको कैसे हम मेजर करते, कैसे हम इसके अंदर पे आउट स्ट्रक्चर बना सकते हैं, और आपकी अपॉर्चुनिटी जो इस बिजनेस के अंदर है वो कैसे बन सकती है. सो आई वुड मीन इन्वेस्टर. As I said earlier, we work with investors on one hand and brands on other side. So these are 2 banks what we have, investors bank and brand bank. Brand would mean B, investor would mean I. So when we start working with investors, so what they need complete consulting. What they need is they need complete hand holding. So if I, as a consultant, have to work with any investor to guide and handhold, then I have to give my time. So as a consultant, my product is time. A chartered accountant, when you hire, a lawyer, when you hire, is having time. So they have cost for that time. They have a fees for that time. So that is my IA. When we work with investors, so I give my time, I help him, guide him. So this is investor acquisition. So investor acquisition would mean that I have to charge him some fees, which my investor is paying to Franchise India for coming on board, because they want to hire us as a consultant. So they have some fees. So coming on board, there's a fees. And then when we start working with that investor, it may take a month, it may take 2 months, it may take 15 days sometime. We have to search a right franchise opportunity for that investor, would mean that we have to service that investor. Then it becomes investor servicing fees, IS, investor servicing fees. And at the same time, when we are servicing brand, because brands are on board and we have to make franchisees for them. So B stands for brands, S stands for servicing fees. At the same time, brand is also paying us a service fees, which is brand service fee. So then it becomes IA, investor acquisition, getting on board, registration fees, and then we also have investor servicing fees. Then we have to brand servicing fees. So these fees, my IFC partner is getting 40% sharing out of this. So I'll make you understand how investors are going to pay us when we start working with investor. तो इन्वेस्टर के साथ हमारे 2 प्रोडक्ट्स है, आईए और आईएस है. टोटल मिला के इन्वेस्टर हमें पे करता है मिनिमम 75,000 रुपीज मिनिमम, जिसके अंदर हम आईए जो एक्विजिशन चार्ज है वो 25,000 लेते हैं, और सर्विसिंग फीस जब हम उसको फ्रैंचाइज दिलाते, फ्रैंचाइज फाइनल करते, और वो सर्विस फीस 50,000 रुपीज कंसल्टिंग फीस हमारे आईएफसी को देते हैं, कंसल्टेंट को मिलता है. So totally 75,000. Now this investor registration fees or investor servicing fees, both products will get you 40%. Would mean अगर मैंने 25,000 रुपीज पहले इन्वेस्टर को ऑनबोर्ड करने के लिए लिया, तो अब आप कैलकुलेशन के हिसाब से आई विल गिव ए कैलकुलेशन, और मैं आपको बड़ा सिंपल कैलकुलेशन देता हूँ. अगर आप 1 मंथ के अंदर 10 IFC 10 इन्वेस्टर्स को आप ऑनबोर्ड करते हैं, acquisition करते हैं, registration करते हैं, which is 25,000 only. Now what you get is 25,000 into 10 is 2.5 lakh. So इस 2.5 lakh रुपीस का सीधा आपको 40% मिलता है. That's your payout. So 40% on total amount. So if total amount is 2.5 lakh, so your payout is 40% on 2.5 lakh rupees. So that will give you, so 40% on 2.5 lakh rupees becomes a 1 lakh rupees. So 1 lakh rupees आपको मिलता है इसमें से. सेम टाइम जब हम उसकी सर्विस करने लगते हैं और एक एक करके उनकी फ्रैंचाइजीज हम फाइनल करते, तो वो हमें 50,000 रुपीज पर इन्वेस्टर हमें एक कंसल्टिंग फीस या सर्विस फीस देगा. यही 10 इन्वेस्टर आपको 50,000 ईच, दैट बिकम्स 5 लाख रुपीज. उस 5 लाख रुपीज पे भी आपको 40% मिलता है. मींस आपको फिर से 5 लाख रुपए पे 40% मींस 2 लाख रुपए, तो 2 लाख रुपीज आपको फिर से वापस मिलता है. और एट द सेम टाइम जो ब्रांड की हम सर्विस की है, क्योंकि किसी भी फ्रैंचाइजी को जो आपने उनको दिया है इन्वेस्टर को, वो फ्रैंचाइजी देने के बाद उस ब्रांड की, जिसने सपोज उसने अगर बाटा की फ्रैंचाइज ली, तो बाटा भी हमें एक सर्विसिंग फीस देगा. चाहे वो एक्स ब्रांड हो, वाई ब्रांड हो, कोई भी ब्रांड जो फाइनल हो जाता है वो भी हमें एक सर्विस फीस देगा. तो ब्रांड का सर्विस फीस डिपेंड करता है, वो 1 लाख से स्टार्ट होके अराउंड 15-20 लाख रुपीस भी होता है. डिपेंड करता है कि उसकी कितनी कैपेसिटी है और कितनी बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी है. जैसे अगर हम छोटे से छोटे अपॉर्चुनिटी कोई 5 लाख रुपए की इन्वेस्ट करता है, बट नॉर्मली हमारे पास 20 लाख से लेके 50 लाख के अंदर मैक्सिमम अपॉर्चुनिटीज है जो हम फ्रैंचाइजीज को, इन्वेस्टर्स को देते हैं. लेकिन हमारे पास 10 करोड़ का भी है, हमारे पास 5 करोड़ का भी है, और इसी तरह से अगर कोई 10 लाख से नीचे की अपॉर्चुनिटी होती है तो हमारा 1 लाख रुपीज का शेयर होता है. बट जो बहुत कम इन्वेस्टर आते हैं जो छोटी इन्वेस्टमेंट करना चाहते हैं 10-15 लाख रुपए की, उसमें हमारा 1-1.5 लाख रुपए का ब्रांड का सर्विस फीस होता है. बट अगर हम एवरेज आउट करते हैं कि 2 लाख रुपए पर इन्वेस्टर ब्रांड की तरफ से हमारे पास आएगा, 2 लाख रुपए एज एन एवरेज में. हम 10 लाख नहीं ले सकते, हम 1 लाख रुपए नहीं लेंगे. अगर हम 2 लाख रुपए पर ब्रांड से हम सक्सेस फीस एवरेज आउट कर लेते, तो 20 ये आपका आएगा 20 लाख रुपए, क्योंकि 2 लाख रुपए पर ब्रांड अपॉर्चुनिटी, बिकॉज हमारे पास 10 इन्वेस्टर ऑलरेडी रजिस्टर्ड है. इन 10 को सर्विस करने के लिए हमें 10 फ्रैंचाइजीज देना है. तो ये 10 श्योर शॉट आपके पास डील्स है, श्योर शॉट वो फ्रैंचाइजी आपसे लेंगे, और अगर वो 2 लाख रुपए के हिसाब से हमें देते हैं तो ये 20 लाख रुपए बनता है. उस 20 लाख रुपए के ऊपर फिर से आपको 40% आपको मिलेगा। तो 20 लाख रुपए का 40% 8 लाख रुपए होता है। तो मींस अगर आपने एक मंथ में 10 इन्वेस्टर को एक्वायर किया है, आपको पहले 1 लाख रुपए, फिर 2 लाख रुपए, फिर 8 लाख रुपए, तो ये 11 लाख रुपए आपको इन 10 लोगों से मिलेगा, 10 इन्वेस्टर को ऑनबोर्ड करने के बाद मिलेगा, जो हम हर टाइम पे हर मंथ में रिपीट कर सकते हैं। सो प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, देयर इज नो टारगेट। इसमें कोई टारगेट नहीं है, इसमें कोई लोअर रेट और हायर कुछ ऐसा नहीं है कि इतने करने पड़ेंगे या मिनिमम इतना करना पड़ेगा, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है। एज ए सेड, इट्स अ रिटर्न ऑन इन्वॉल्वमेंट। जितना ज्यादा आप कर सकते हैं, जो आप टाइम डाल सकते हो, जितने ज्यादा इन्वेस्टर्स को लेके या ब्रांड्स के साथ काम करेंगे, आपकी उतनी इंटेलिजेंस बढ़ेगी। ट्रेनिंग हम देते हैं, जैसे हमने कहा, एक एक चीज की ट्रेनिंग आपको हम देते हैं, आपको ब्रांड्स की ट्रेनिंग भी देते हैं, आपको कैसे इंटरेक्ट करना। और सबसे बड़ी बात, हमारे जो ब्रांड्स ऑनबोर्डेड है, दे आर ऑलवेज अवेलेबल फॉर कमिंग ऑन द कॉल एंड हेल्पिंग यू टू क्लोज द डील्स। ये जो फ्रेंचाइजी हमें इन्वेस्टर को देनी है, ये ब्रांड ही अब करना फाइनल है। हमने सिर्फ इन बिटवीन कॉल स्टार्ट करना है, उसको बेसिक इंफॉर्मेशन देनी है कि अगर आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट ये है तो आपके लिए ये सुटेबल अपॉर्चुनिटी फ्रेंचाइजी उसको क्लोज करने में। तो ये एक रफली एवरेज आउट मैंने आपको बताया 10 इन्वेस्टर्स के साथ हम कैसे बना सकते हैं। और अगर आप यही एलीट जब बन जाते हैं तो आपको इस पे 50% आएगा। जब आप प्रो बनेंगे तो आपका 60% शेयर मिलेगा। जब आप मास्टर बनते तो आपको 70% उसका शेयरिंग मिलेगा। बट 70% मीन्स अगर आपने 10 लाख रुपए का टोटल बिजनेस किया है मंथ में, आपका 70% वुड मीन कि सीधा 77 लाख रुपीज आपको जाएगा। 70% ऑफ 10 लाख इज 7 लाख। तो 7 लाख रुपए आपको मंथ का मिलेगा। ये आप यहाँ पे भी कमा सकते हैं 7 लाख, ये यहाँ भी कमा सकते हैं, यहाँ भी, बिकॉज देयर इज नो limit to it. It's a highly rewarding opportunity, and all the way we are working with investors, we are working with brands, और सक्सेस फीस हमें दोनों तरफ से मिलता है। फोर्थ प्रोडक्ट है BD। B मीन्स बिजनेस, D मीन्स डेवलप। बिजनेस डेवलपमेंट मीन्स जो ब्रांड्स हम ऑलरेडी अभी सेल कर रहे हैं, फ्रेंचाइज बना रहे हैं, वो भी किसी ने ऑन बोर्ड किया होगा। इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटी इज विद यू कि आप भी किसी भी ब्रांड की रेफरेंस हमें दे सकते हैं, उससे हम मीटिंग करेंगे, हम आपको सारा उसके साथ प्रपोजल्स, प्रेजेंटेशंस, क्लोजर्स, एवरीथिंग विल बी डन बाय अस। आपका सिर्फ रेफरेंस है, इसीलिए इसमें आपका 20% ईच केस, यहाँ तीनों चारों में आपका 20% शेयरिंग रहेगा। जो हम ब्रांड को ऑनबोर्ड करने के लिए फीस लेते उसका 20%। जब हम ब्रांड को ऑनबोर्ड करते तो उनकी सर्विस के हिसाब से हमारा 5 लाख से लेके 25-30 लाख रुपए भी अपफ्रंट फीस हम लेते ब्रांड को ऑनबोर्ड। फिर 1 साल हम उनसे कोई पैसा नहीं लेते, सारा ड्राइव हम करते, उसकी मार्केटिंग हम करते, सारा इन्वेस्टमेंट हम करते, और उसकी डॉक्यूमेंटेशन भी बनाना है वो भी हम करते हैं, उसको फ्रेंचाइज मॉडल रेडी करना है, लीगल एग्रीमेंट बनाना है, ऑल दिस इज डन बाय अस। So what we get is, suppose if I am getting minimum of 5 lakh rupees from the brand या न्यू बिजनेस जो ऑनबोर्ड हुआ है, उसका 20% आपको मिलेगा सिर्फ रेफरेंस के लिए। मींस 5 लाख रुपए लिया तो सीधा 1 लाख रुपए आपको पर रेफरेंस, बट देयर इज नो टारगेट और देयर इज नो लिमिट। आप ये कितने भी कर सकते हो, महीने में 3, 4, 5, 6 जितने भी आप लेके आ सकते हो, उसमें जो क्लोज हो जाएगा, एंड यू विल बी ऑलवेज पार्ट ऑफ एवरी मेल, एवरी डिस्कशन, एवरी मीटिंग। इसलिए क्योंकि यहाँ पे ओनली रेफरेंस इज कमिंग फ्रॉम योर साइड, दैट्स हाउ वी हैव पुट इट एज 20% इन ईच केस। अगर हम लीड्स की बात करें तो वो इंक्रीज होता जाएगा। पहले 50 लीड्स IFC के ब्याह पे हम आपको मिनिमम गारंटी लीड देते, मिनिमम, लेकिन हमारे पास डेटा बहुत आ रहा है, इन्वेस्टर्स का डेटा आ रहा है, ब्रांड्स के लिए भी हमारी लीड जनरेट होती है, ये सब लीड जनरेशन सब हम करते हैं। CRM, पहले आपका एक CRM मिलेगा, उसके बाद जैसे जैसे आप हमारे साथ ग्रो हो रहे, स्टेज चेंज होता रहेगा। आप अपने साथ किसी टीम मेंबर को भी ज्वाइन करा सकते हैं, और यू कैन हैव समबडी इन योर फैमिली टू ज्वाइन यू, सो मोर लीड्स विल कम, मोर CRM would be leads will be given to you. But at the same time, as I said, we have every day we are launching a new brand. So there are lot of inquiries, lot of leads, lot of database which we receive, and we are giving to all my FC partners based on their location and based on the rollout of the brand. अब इसके अंदर हमारे open territories है, किसी को भी कोई बाउंड नहीं है कि कोई अगर सूरत में है वो कहेगा कि यहाँ पे मेरी टेरिटरी छोटी है, कोई नागपुर में है, कोई शोलापुर में है, बट हमारे पास कोई बाउंडेशन नहीं है। तो कंपनी की तरफ से हम आपको ओपन रखते हैं कि आप किसी भी टेरिटरी में काम कर सकते हैं, किसी भी इन्वेस्टर से बात कर सकते हैं, और आपको रेफरेंस आपके पास है या जो डेटा आपको मिलेगा, एक का डेटा दूसरे को शिफ्ट नहीं होता, इसलिए हमारे यहाँ पे कोई ओवरलैप नहीं है। बहुत ट्रांसपेरेंट सिस्टम है। लीड स्ट्रक्चरिंग हमारा है, वो हम देते हैं, फिर क्लोजर में भी हम करते हैं। तो इसके अंदर नॉट ओनली दिस पे आउट जो आपको फ्रैंचाइज इंडिया से मिलता है, इसके साथ साथ ये जो ब्रांड्स हमारे ऑनबोर्डेड है ऑलरेडी, जिनसे हम आज मैंने जैसे कहा 1000 से ज्यादा ब्रांड्स है जो मैंडेट है हमारे साथ, एग्रीमेंट है कि उनकी फ्रैंचाइज सिर्फ हम बनाते हैं। उसमें टॉप क्लास ब्रांड्स, प्रीमियम ब्रांड्स लाइक रिलायंस, अदानीज, टाटा, बाटा, डाबर, ये सारे ब्रांड्स हमारे साथ ऑलरेडी है, और नए स्टार्टअप्स भी है, मिड सेगमेंट कंपनीज भी है, और अक्रॉस कैटेगरीज। द बेस्ट पार्ट इज कि ऐसा कोई भी कैटेगरी नहीं है जिसमें हमारे पास अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं है। तो हर इन्वेस्टर के लिए किसी भी इन्वेस्टमेंट में या किसी भी कैटेगरी में वी हैव ऑल द अपॉर्चुनिटीज विद अस। और अगर कोई हमारे पास इन्वेस्टर की कोई डिमांड आती है तो उसकी प्रोफाइलिंग के हिसाब से हम वो अपॉर्चुनिटी भी उनके लिए लेके आते हैं, क्योंकि हमारा तो डील करना और हमारा सक्सेस फीस या जो पे आउट होता है ब्रांड से, या सक्सेस फीस या ब्रांड सक्सेस फीस कह सकते हो आप, या ब्रांड सर्विसिंग फीस, वो हमें मिलना होता है। तो हम कोई भी कैटेगरी के अंदर हम डील करा सकते हैं। सो अपार्ट फ्रॉम दीज पे आउट्स व्हाट इज कमिंग फ्रॉम आवर साइड, वी आल्सो हैव कैश इंसेंटिव फ्रॉम ऑल द ब्रांड्स whom we are working with। तो जो ये ब्रांड्स है इनकी तरफ से कैश इंसेंटिव हमारे आईएफसी पार्टनर्स के लिए है। कोई 50,000 रुपए पर डील एक्स्ट्रा देता है, कोई 1 लाख भी है, कोई 5 लाख भी है। जैसे जैसे अपॉर्चुनिटी बढ़ेगी, कॉस्ट ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटी, उसके हिसाब से हमारे ब्रांड्स ने एक आईएफसी पार्टनर के लिए एक कमीशन के अलावा एक इंसेंटिव जो स्ट्रक्चर हम बना रहे हैं वो भी हमने आपके लिए रखा हुआ। सो दैट वी विल डिस्कस वन ऑन वन विद यू। जैसे आपके साथ बात होगी, डिस्कस होगा किस सिटीज से आप आ रहे हैं, किस सिटीज में क्या अपॉर्चुनिटी है, वो हम वन ऑन वन डिस्कस करेंगे। बट फ्रैंचाइज इंडिया का पार्टनर या लाइसेंस लेने के लिए व्हाट ऑल इट टेक्स, इट इज ओनली द एलिजिबिलिटी इज वन, इट हैज टू बी सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस विच विल डू वन ऑन वन कॉल, और एक जो लाइसेंस फीस है वन टाइम वो 4.5 लाख रुपीज प्लस जीएसटी है। ये एक 3 ईयर प्लस 3 ईयर का एग्रीमेंट रहता है, जिसमें आपको इसके अलावा कभी भी कोई भी इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं करना, ना लीड जनरेशन के लिए, ना ही मार्केटिंग के लिए, ना ब्रांड बिल्डिंग के लिए, नहीं किसी इवेंट के लिए, आपको कोई भी इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं करना। सारा इन्वेस्टमेंट फ्रैंचाइज इंडिया से है, और सारा इन्वेस्टमेंट फ्रैंचाइज इंडिया की तरफ से आपकी ट्रेनिंग, एवरीडे ब्रांड ट्रेनिंग, एवरीडे मॉर्निंग ट्रेनिंग, मॉर्निंग में, आफ्टरनून में हमारी ट्रेनिंग्स कंटिन्यू चलती है। आप एक ट्रेनिंग मिस करते हो तो दूसरा होगा, और सारा अंडरस्टैंडिंग हमारी तरफ से है। तो इसको प्रोसेस नेक्स्ट कैसे होगा कि हमारे टीम आपके साथ डिस्कस करेंगे। अगर एट ऑल यू आर एट द सेम प्लेटफॉर्म एंड यू आर लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड फॉर दिस काइंड ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटी, देयर विल बी ए सिलेक्शन कॉल। सिलेक्शन कॉल हमारे 10 मिनट की रहेगी हमारे चेयरमैन के साथ। आई विल बी आल्सो पार्ट ऑफ दैट। So in both sides we have a lot of questions. आप भी क्वेश्चन करिए, हमारे भी क्वेश्चन होगा, if at all it's suitable, और आपको लगता है कि yes this is an opportunity, I want to join Franchise India as a partner and become Franchise India University, then we most welcome, we'll join hands, and then the training program will be organized, and this training program is for new batch. That's what today's webinar, इस वीक के अंदर जो फ्राइडे सैटरडे 2 दिन के अंदर हमारी कॉल्स और इंटरव्यूज होंगे। जो फाइनल आएगा, जो भी इसके अंदर हमारे ऑनबोर्ड होंगे, उनका एक आगे एक ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम होगा, जिसके अंदर आपका रहना यहाँ होटल की हमारा रहेगा, आपका पिकअप ड्रॉप सारा हमारा रहेगा, सिर्फ आपको दिल्ली आना है, और बाकी 3 दिन की सारी सर्विसेज हमारी तरफ से है, और ट्रेनिंग कंप्लीट हमारी तरफ से। तो जहां से आपको फ्रैंचाइज स्कूल की तरफ से आपको लाइसेंस मिलेगा, आपको सर्टिफिकेट मिलेगा, जिससे आप अपना इंडिपेंडेंट फ्रैंचाइज कंसल्टेंट बिजनेस स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं और फिर फर्दर आपकी डे इन डे आउट हमारी रिपोर्टिंग हमारी कैसे हम करते हैं। हमारे पास 3 दिन होते हैं, मॉर्निंग 8 बजे विच इज मंडे वेडनेसडे एंड सैटरडे। 3 दिन हम मॉर्निंग में जूम कॉल पे आके डिस्कस करते हैं सारे IFCs ऑल टुगेदर, जिसमें हम एक दूसरे के साथ इंट्रोडक्शन कराते हैं। फिर आपकी 1-on-1 मीटिंग भी हो सकती है उनसे, कभी भी कहीं से भी मिल सकते हो आप किसी बैंगलोर से है तो आप बैंगलोर में कितने पार्टनर्स है ऑलरेडी उनसे मिल सकते हैं। हमारे इवेंट्स होते हैं हर मंथ, आपको इनवाइट करेंगे और आप भी उसका पार्ट बनेंगे। बिजनेस सारा हम करा देंगे आपको, और इसमें पहले क्योंकि आप नए आएंगे तो हमारा हैंड होल्डिंग हमारा सपोर्ट रहेगा। फिर उसके बाद आप सारा बिजनेस समझते हैं और आप फिर खुद करने लगते हैं, बट उसमें हमारा सपोर्ट आपको हमेशा ही रहेगा, चाहे वो जॉइंट कॉल्स पे आना है, मीटिंग्स में है, चाहे आपकी सिटी में इवेंट आ रहा हो, इवेंट में हमारी टीम आएगा और दैट वुड बी कंप्लीटली सपोर्ट बाय आवर साइड। प्लस हमारे क्लस्टर हेड्स भी है, साउथ में है, वेस्ट में है, नॉर्थ में है, ईस्ट में है। आप किसी भी जोन में है आपको हमारा टीम सपोर्ट करेगा और वो पूरा फंक्शनिंग हमारी तरफ से। हमारा फंडामेंटल्स, हमारा प्रोसेस जो फ्रैंचाइज इंडिया ने बनाया हुआ है, क्योंकि एक फुल प्रूफ अरेंजमेंट है, क्योंकि ये एक ऐसा बिजनेस है जो कि ऑलरेडी एस्टैब्लिश हो चुका है और इसमें कोई कंपटीशन नहीं है मार्केट में। देयर इज नो अदर कंपनी who have got same services. So when you are joining a brand like Franchise India, and then investor will work with you, brand will work with you, and you will also get money in the name of Franchise India. Because once you build yourself as a brand, आपकी सिटी में, तो दैट्स व्हाट वी वांटेड। आज हमारे IFC पार्टनर्स अपने अपने सिटीज में खुद ब्रांड बन गए फ्रैंचाइज इंडिया, और तभी वो फ्रैंचाइजिंग का बिजनेस करते हैं, तभी वो अपने एज ए कंसल्टेंट किसी को भी कंसल्ट करके उनको हेल्प करते हैं कि उनकी कौन सी फ्रैंचाइज लेनी चाहिए, कौन सा बिजनेस लेना चाहिए। बट टू डू सेम there is a lot of training which is required, knowledge which is required, involvement which is requirement, and that is what we are expecting from your side. Rest Franchise India is already established, proven business, no market competitor in this business, so we are there to support all through. That is why we are very, very stringent, very, very conscious about the selection. That's why we have an interview of 10 minutes, 15 minutes with chairman, maybe half an hour. If you have questions, we can take them with our chairman, and but we select only if there is anything that you have, anything in terms of questions related to any business, this business, so please note down, you can ask those questions, and then we'll also somehow some questions. Once it is okay both sides, then we become partners. At all, if you are looking forward for any other opportunity, any other business for yourself, again we will help, we'll support. Please do ask us. We'll recommend any of the IFC partner in your city, and that IFC partner will service you to get you into business, because that's our core business. और उसमें जो process होगा वो हमारा IFC partner आपके साथ बात करके डिस्कस करके और आपके लिए वो तैयार करेगा. So in the interest of time, thank you very much for joining in today and being patient for more than 1 hour, and we really value this, we respect this. We will look forward for one-on-one discussions, and then we will take this partnership out. So thank you very much.